Today we're reacting to Linval Williams. This guy is amazing. I've been watching his content for a good while now, for a couple of months now. I was discovering him, and he provides so much value. This right here is called "Be Your Own Biggest Fan and Don't Prioritize the Opinions of Others." Let's get it.
You have to be your own biggest fan. You cannot expect anyone else to be proud of you, to support you as much as you should be proud of yourself and support yourself. It's not that people can't support you and be proud of your success, but most of the time, people don't want to see you doing better than them. It's not that they want to see you suffer. They would rather you just be okay, be sufficient within your own life, take care of yourself. They don't want any harm to come upon you. They don't wish anything bad upon you, but they don't necessarily want to see you do better than them. And that's just human nature. Some of you guys are worried about being liked. When I come on here, I tell you guys all the time, it's not that I'm an arrogant asshole, but I can't be anybody else but myself. I have to be me. If you don't like me for who I am, that's cool, because if I fake it, eventually you'll catch on to who I truly am, and you will not like me anyway.
This is facts. This is facts when it comes to having an online presence. For me, general, I'm a type of person who don't like to spread negativity. I just can't. Like I don't like doing that. Even when it comes to people talking about negative things in conversations, I tend to just like change the conversation because I don't like giving energy to that. That's already enough energy. Like me, I like to focus on positive things and focus on giving out things that are going to help make people's lives better, and also just a doper perspective that can improve someone's lives. You know what I'm saying? Or just better perspectives in general. And yeah, he's totally right. Like you can't fake the funk of who you are. Just be yourself. The right people are gonna find you. But if you're trying to do and be like someone else and be like other people and not be yourself, eventually people are gonna find out. They're gonna notice that you're just bullshitting, right?
I've had people come on here and tell me they've unsubscribed after I've said something that they don't agree with. That's fine. I'm not going to have a billion subscribers. I'm not going to have 10 billion subscribers. The biggest YouTuber in the world right now is Mr. Beast. The whole world does not follow him. At the end of the day, you're going to have
That's
the
a
people
bar.
who are going to appreciate you for who you are. But along the road, along that path of success, whatever it is that you're trying to do, stay focused on the process and don't worry about the results, because people will come and go. It doesn't have to be a YouTube channel. It doesn't have to be entrepreneurship. You can be on the path of fitness. You can want to put yourself in a better position as far as health concerns. You understand what I'm saying? Someone somewhere will initially congratulate you, support you, but once the results start to be obvious, you can't excuse it. You can't ignore it. It's almost as if it's so great that they have to acknowledge it. And sometimes people don't want to acknowledge you doing something that's so profound. You're such a success.
And I don't know why we have that, right? I've had situations where I was having success, on my channel. My main channel, by the way, I'm at 10K on that main channel. It's more of like reaction to music and stuff. I'm about to get a branch out on that even more. But, you see people around you who you tell them that, I'm about to do this and do this, and you inspire to do it. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And then as they start seeing you doing it, it's like they get like kind of like start switching up and kind of like have this weird energy. Like, bro, like, I support you and what you're doing. Why you not supporting me? In a way, or at least just being encouraging. I don't even care if you watching all my stuff or anything. Just at least be supportive and not act like a hole. You know what I'm saying? And just people like, I don't know why, but it's the people who know you the most. They tend to not really encourage the people that they know that are doing something positive and active. But it's people they don't know. The person don't even know them, but they already established and everything, but they like all this stuff, sharing it, boom, boom, talking about it there. And it's just like, I don't get it, man. It's like a crabs in a barrel.
Success when it comes to whatever it is. I brought up fitness, but it could be anything. Because I know one thing for sure, if you do have a successful business, a lot of people are going to hate on you. But you have to be your biggest fan. It has to come from within first. Don't seek outside. Come from within. Everything about you, everything about your vision is simply yours because you want it. You see it. You can't allow someone else to dictate whatever it is that you want to do. You can't put yourself in someone else's shoes. You can't use someone else's lens, how they see the world, to put it on your eyes and you see the world through their lens. It has to be your lens It has to be the way you see the world. It has to be whatever it is that you want to do with your life. It has to
Facts.
be whatever it is that you want to do as far as success goes, the lifestyle you want to live, your financial goals, your health goals, your relationship goals, etc. Because in the beginning, it may feel safe and you may feel a part of some type of group or community, but in the long run, when people come together, oftentimes they hide who they are because they're trying to match up with the group. That's why I always say, don't fit in, stand out. Don't use someone else's pen to write your story in your book. Your book is blank. You need to have your own pen to write your story in your book. Don't let no one else use their pen to write your story.
I like
It
that.
has to be whatever it is that you want. Because when you make mistakes and people bring up being on your deathbed and not working, but when you're on your deathbed, a lot of people on their deathbed, I brought this up before, they don't talk about they wish they worked less. What they actually talk about is what they regret. They regret not taking risks. They regret not going all out because now that death is near, they can actually look back on their life and say, damn, I didn't really go as hard as I should have. At the end of the day, death is guaranteed. Nothing else is. We take risks. Be your own biggest fan when you lose because everybody going to congratulate you when you succeed. Everybody and their grandmother going to be around trying to applaud you. Express how they believed in you. They knew you can do it. You know,
Yeah.
people do that. That's just human nature.
Yeah.
We're not here to hate on them or belittle them or talk down on them, but we have to always be aware. Self-awareness is at an all-time low in our society today. People lack accountability. They say people lack empathy. People lack, whatever people lack, it's always going to be something that's lacking. But at the end of the day, you have to be your biggest fan. You can't worry about being liked. Don't go out there and harm anybody. Don't go out there and be an asshole, but be you. If someone
He said some crazy cool things. Not crazy, but it's like some real cool facts about this. Just in general about like people talk about. It's a popular topic about like being on the deathbed, right? It's like, bro, a lot of people when they're on their deathbed, and they have a lot of regrets. They say they wish they would have done more. They wish they would have took more chances. They wish they would have took more risks. They wish they wouldn't play so safe because when you at that situation, when you're facing life of like on the other side of the spectrum, you're like, bro, you look at your whole life and reflect and realize you didn't did enough, right? That you're not satisfied for what you, and then it's like, man, just imagine being 80 years old, 70 years old, and then, you know, towards the end of your life cycle, and like you're not feel like you lived up to what you have done in life. And I feel like that's why a lot of older people who didn't do enough in life, they be resentful, they be upset at themselves, they have, you know what I'm saying, and all these things. And you don't want to be an old bitter person that doesn't be fulfilled, right? And also like this one thing he said about accountability. Having accountability in general is going to make you a better person. It's going to allow you to be able to function better in life. It's going to allow you to have and maintain and achieve your goals. These are the things that we need to look for in characteristics of each other within ourselves. You know, accountability is going to take you a long way. For me, I hold myself accountability. I don't try to blame people for whatever the case might be. It's like, it's accountability for me. And when you do that, you take the power back from the position that you're in and to get yourself out, right?
someone is not comfortable with you and your presence, you simply remove yourself. Don't force it. Because we know how people are, human nature.
Yeah.
You have to want this. Whatever it is. I say this as in whatever you think when you listen to this video. That particular goal, that particular lifestyle, that particular accomplishment, you have to want it. Whatever narrative that you have that's keeping you away from achieving whatever it is that you want, you have to remove that. You have to displace that with a narrative that's going to keep you aligned with your goals, your dreams, and also keep you aligned with being the biggest fan for yourself. Your success should be celebrated with you first. Because let's say you have no one around. The old saying is, it's not what you do in front of people, it's what you do when nobody's looking. That's the same thing goes as far as success and whatever it is you want with your life. When people are not looking, congratulate yourself, hug yourself, give yourself a pat on the back, give yourself a round of applause. Because when other people do it, although it's validation, and humans seek validation, no matter if they want to admit that or not, the validation that you give to yourself is far more important than the validation that you receive from other people. Because what I believe is everybody should give themselves validation based on whatever it is that they're doing in their lives. You should be happy with where you're at. You should be extremely excited with where you're going.
Yeah.
And you should always trust the process and focus on the process. The results will eventually come. Don't
Look, Look, being your biggest fan is so factual to this. You gotta be your biggest fan. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. Now I say this all the time. It's like you need to be your own biggest cheerleader. No one's gonna be the biggest fan, the biggest cheerleader more than you, right? And if people see that in you, they're gonna mess with you more. You don't have to try to go out there and try to appeal to folks. I used to do this starting off, right? Trying to appeal to everybody, trying to do this, trying to please people, right? Being a people person, a people pleaser. You don't have to, right? People gonna mess with you for you. Just being yourself and just bringing value. That's it. Bring value, have fun, and be yourself. And people, the right people, gonna they're gonna be magnet to you, right? Also, another analogy I put, it's like, when you was a kid and you was outside and you were playing and you didn't have friends in your neighborhood like that to play. Maybe all your friends moved or stuff, and you just kind of, or they were grounded. Your best friend was grounded, so you outside playing by yourself. It's like that. It's just like that. You outside, you're like, shoot, my friend, he's grounded, she's grounded. I need to figure out how to have fun outside by myself. So you might just draw some squares and play some hopscotch on some squares, or you might just shoot on the goal by yourself. You might, what I'm saying? You might, I don't know, throw some rocks or something. You probably just walk around and explore. You just kind of have to use your imagination. And it's the same thing as you get older. You use your imagination. You try to figure something out and just be your biggest cheerleader.
Pay attention to somebody else's process. Somebody else may be getting their mail from God sooner than you. But I guarantee you, if you stay at your house and focus on what you got going on, your front lawn, your backyard, your house, your tool shed, your garage, your carport, etc., eventually you'll be there when God arrives with your mail. And if you don't believe in God, whatever, that's cool. I'm not here to force religion on anybody, but you guys get what I'm saying. Whatever it's meant for you, if you are where you're supposed to be, when it's on its way and it's arriving, you will receive that.
Yeah.
But if you're worried about anybody else, if you're seeking validation from everybody else, if you're not focused on the process, if you're not trusting your process, if you don't focus on your vision is your vision, only you can see it. If you're too busy worrying about somebody else's vision, if you're too busy worrying about cutting somebody else's lawn and letting the weeds grow through your lawn, you will miss when your package is to be arrived. And that's a package you don't want to miss. That's the order that's been shipped directly to you, and it arrives at a certain time, but you always have to be there. Preparation, when it meets opportunity, success is always possibility. You guys have to always remember this. You should be your biggest fan. People are not gonna like you. I see comments every day on my YouTube channel. Hey, I used to like you, but I don't like you no more. Hey, I don't agree with you on this. I'm gonna unsubscribe. That's fine. Listen, I couldn't make you subscribe. You decided to subscribe. You decided to leave. We don't make people do anything. That's why I always emphasize on my channel, I'm not ever giving you advice. It's always perspective based on me going through things that I know other people go through or will go through or have gone through, and they can relate. I'm not selling you anything. I don't want your money. You understand what I'm saying? It's just me doing this because I actually enjoy it. I actually enjoy it. Some people say I have a knack for it. Some people say I'm meant to be in front of a camera. That's cool. At the end of the day, I'm meant to be who I am. If my personality fits this whole YouTube thing, this whole thought leader thing, and giving perspective and being reasonable and trying to be as fair as possible, then that's just who I am. If I was the asshole on the YouTube, like other YouTubers, but people still follow them, it would be such. You get what I'm saying? The person.
That's why I identify and relate so much, right? He thinks differently in his way, in his very own way through his experience in relationships, right? And in life. And that was the whole purpose of this channel is, Kedra, everything was to share light and talk about things that I care about as far as this positive thought, introspective, progression type thing, right? We have enough of brainless type content that has no value at all when it comes to improving people's lives, and it's content that you just have to search for like this. But it is out there, and I feel like I want to be a part of that to provide value and give reactions, and also just talks of my own about things, perspectives, and that people can take and with a grain of salt and to change and make their days and their lives better, right? So I just really, like I said, I really mess with him and what he is. And he said, like, I'm not fit to be apologetic for who I am. This is how I am. And my message is different from another person's, the way how you're going to receive it. But it's the same different message you're probably going to get from someone else. It's just this is how I give my message and how I can relate it to my perspective. So I get it.
The person you hate in the world, somebody loves them.
Yeah.
And the person you love in this
We
world,
literally
somebody
just
hates.
said that.
I will not keep myself hot to make somebody else warm. You're gonna do it on your own. Now that may be a lack of empathy, but I will also say it's a lack of accountability too. If I can get my ass up and do whatever I need to do to keep myself warm, I think anybody else that's not disabled can do the same thing. See, I don't look at it as I'm better than you because of race, demographic, resources, opportunities. You might have an advantage. You might have some type of perception about you based on how you look to the world, but I can still get it done. It may take me longer, but I can still get it done. I'm gonna trust my process. I'm gonna still get it done. I'm gonna be my biggest fan. I'm gonna still get it done. And that's my perception and perspective to other people.
Know what he said? All these things, but he ends it, I'm gonna still get it done. You gotta have that mindset that no matter what challenge come against me, I'm gonna figure out and I'm gonna get what I need to get done, right? And not make excuses. Hold yourself accountable, right? This is what the successful people, it doesn't even matter about being a millionaire. It doesn't even matter about making a bunch of money. It doesn't matter. It's about what's your personal goal, what you care about in life. Are you going to let circumstances and things stop you? Or are you going to actually go out there and kill it, right? You're going to eventually go out there and attain your goals and your dreams, right? That's what we're talking about. And yeah, just keep going.
It may take you longer, you still get it done.
Yes, sir.
It may be harder, you can still get it done. It may take a lot more effort. You may have a lot more setbacks, but every setback is a part of a major come up. You will still get it done. If I can do it, you can too. I'm not no better than anybody. I might can talk to this camera better than someone, but that's practice. Stay in front of the camera. Be loyal to who you are. Always put your best foot forward. Always try to get better. Be yourself. Don't hold back. Be reasonable, but be extremely authentic to who you are and what you believe in and how you see the world. And people who see it how you see it, they'll match your energy. They'll subscribe. They want to be a part of a community. When they see you in public, they'll shake your hand. They're not going to look at you as a threat.
Yeah.
And one thing I know about threat, it works both ways. If you think you a threat to me, you got to perceive me as a threat to you because you actually don't know me and I don't know you. So it works both ways. That's just me being completely fair. It doesn't matter what you know. You don't know what I know and don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So be your biggest fan. Trust the process. Don't ever quit. No matter how long it takes, the goal is to get there. Everybody has a different path. Most of us have the same destination. Success, money, health, relationships. A lot of you guys out here, you think you don't deserve something. That's you being stubborn on the opposite side of what I call being stubborn on the success side. You understand what I'm saying? Some people are stubborn saying that I'm successful, somebody else don't deserve to be successful. Some people are sitting back saying they don't deserve to be successful because they see someone else successful. You worrying about the wrong thing. You're supposed to be your own biggest fan. Trust your process. Keep putting in the work. And everything will fall in place when it's due for you, not what everybody else is doing. What's due for you. Study.
That's a bar, man. He, like I said, a lot of value. Go and check him out. I'm gonna have the link inside of the description of his channel. So go check that out, man. He brings so much value and perspective, and I love the guy and what he's doing, man. And he focuses on his own stuff, bro. That's what we do, man. You got goals, you want to go achieve them, man. Go do it. Don't let nobody hold you back. Seriously. See y'all in the next one. Peace.